Okay, everybody's talking about the white woman who wants to be black. And here's my take on it. This is just my take on Rachel Dolezal. She's got a white family. She's white. She's Caucasian. We know this here. We know you're a white woman. We know that these are your parents. This is the guy you married, the horrible rapper. We know all this. These people are as European can get. However, you love black kids. We don't have a problem with that. And I think this might be your kid. We don't have a problem with that. But you got a job faking being black. Here's the issue. Other than duping the people who you're trying to work for and then fooling black people, even the guy who was the former who took over the position, or the position that you took over, he didn't even know that you were a 100% white woman, because even your brothers, your foster brothers or whatever, said that you started tanning your skin and this whole transformation that took years to do. Look, we cannot fake like we're white. Black people can't do it. Especially dark-skinned black people. You know, we can try to talk as proper as possible, but the truth is that most dark-skinned people have a lot of problems getting jobs because of the fear of their skin. And it's just unfair. It really is, because we could be the nicest people in the world. I'm dark-skinned, but I get people who are just flat out afraid of me and don't even know me, because they think I'm going to do something, because people are afraid of black people. However, they're not so much afraid of light-skinned people, because they associate light-skinned people with white people, thinking they have no fear of white people, because white people never do anything that make anybody have any fear of them. White people don't do stuff like that. White people don't rape and pillage and blow up half of the world with atomic bombs, and white people don't do that. The white people didn't kill 87 million Aztecs, during the Spanish Inquisition. White people don't do that. White people didn't kill or steal 20 million Africans from the Ivory Coast and then put them into slavery to help build this country. White people don't do that. White people didn't give those Indians, the American Indians, take their land and then kill them and then give them diseases like yellowpox on purpose and then watch them die off. White people don't do that. White people didn't kill off the Aborigine Indians and then take their land in Australia. White people don't do that. White people didn't invade all of Africa and put them in slavery, and that's why most Africans speak French. White people don't do that and then kill a bunch of them. The Dutch, and we can go on and on and on about what white people don't do, including Hiroshima and Nagasaki. White people don't do any of that. Nope. But yet they're afraid of dark-skinned people. This is why this is a problem. Because, Rachel, we can't do what you do. We can't go and lie and say that we're something that we're not, because they know what we are. You did that simply because you could. You could switch up like that. You did it because you could, but now you're caught in a big lie. And I hope you get fired. And truthfully, I wouldn't mind if you sat in a jail cell for about a good 6 months for telling that lie. Now, the big thing about your lie in your position, any position where you're elected, there are ethics behind the position, and that's really what they're going after. They're going after, is it unethical for you to claim that you're black even though you're white? And the truth is, yes, I used to work in the Ohio House of Representatives, and ethics is a big thing. A lot of people get fired because of ethics in politics. I mean, you just follow our politics all the way from Tricky Dick lying about Watergate to Bill Clinton lying about, having sex in the Oval Office. Ethics is a big thing when it comes to elections, when it comes to a person in office, what they can do while they're in office. If you look at Obama in the office that he left before he ran for the primaries, and who took over that office, Blagojevich. In Chicago was, he got caught because he was pretty much laundering money, and he was doing a lot of other unethical practices. This is also why the people who try to take his place, the black guy, I forgot what his name, Herman something. No, not Herman Cain. That was another one. He got caught for unethical practices. It is unethical for you to lie to the people who you're serving. And this is why we have a problem with Rachel Dolezal. Rachel Dolezal, you could have just went on and said, I'm a white woman running for the head of the NAACP in Spokane, Washington, and you would have did good, because white people can get into places that black people cannot. You would have did more by claiming that you're white. You'd have probably got more votes. But you didn't do that because you couldn't see beyond your own selfish ambition. There are plenty of white people who march with Martin Luther King. And I'm sure there's white people on the, in the NAACP. We want white people in the NAACP, but only white people who know of the African Americans' plight, and other dark skinned people, not just African Americans, colored people, brown people, period. Anybody who's being oppressed. And other white people. There are plenty of poor white people who are oppressed. So you could have did more good by being honest, but you did more damage by telling a lie. And then you went and said that your brother is your son, when your brother is not your son. Your brother's your brother. So now we think you're just a liar and a thief. And here's what's really crazy. You wanted to be on the ombudsman's department for the Spokane police. And we really need people who sympathize with African Americans on every police department, because the police right now are not our friends. We need all the help that we can get to stop the murder rate of the cops and the public lynchings. The public lynchings that they're doing. All out in the open, and nobody's going to jail for it. I think the last case was in Cleveland, where Michael Brelow got off because the judge said he didn't want to hand him over to an angry mob. So he got off with no punishment, even though he got on top of the car and fired 15 times into a car, killing both of the so-called suspects who were unarmed, a man and a woman. He purposely tried to kill them, and he succeeded, but yet he's gone free. And I hope his whole house burns in hell. Because he's a liar. Unless he repents, I hope the whole damn house just goes up in smokes and gets eaten by a sinkhole. With him in it. But not his kids. Because they have nothing to do with him being the murderous, lying, racist cop he is. Just him. So you could have done a lot of good. But you didn't. You didn't, white lady. You could have really helped us out, but you didn't, because you're selfish. So this is my take on the whole situation. And all this fakery she's got going on. All this is completely unnecessary. You would have been accepted. Look at this. You would have been accepted without all of your fakery. You know, what are you, the African queen now? We would have accepted you without all your fakery. We would have accepted you just like this. This is what we want. Because you can be a bridge between your people and ours. This right here is fakery. Fakery. It's just fakery. This is what we want. This right here is what we want. Be this woman. Bridge the gap between the two races. Help us out. It's your boy Tone 202, and this is just my opinion.